We begin with WIFF News 4 at 6, continuing breaking news coverage of the arraignment of former Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and his wife.
Right now, the pair is at a federal prison facing drugs and weapon charges laid out in a 25-page indictment. Over the weekend, both were captured during a special military operation and then brought back to the United States. The fallout is being witnessed across the globe and in the upstate.
Our Peyton Furtado joins us live in Greenville with reactions and the potential impact in the coming weeks. Peyton.
Nigel, yeah, mix of reactions, big impact this afternoon. Dozens of protesters standing right where I'm standing now, letting their voices be heard, worried about the Trump administration's decision to enter Venezuela. At the same time, we spoke with Venezuelan Americans who shared their thoughts about how this could impact our nation and their family back home. The news broke early Saturday morning.
At first, I couldn't believe it. I was in shock. This is something that we've always dreamed about. We just never thought it would happen.
The response, a mix of protests.
You can't just take another country's oil, claim that we're going to run the country, and then say, oh, it's because the leader was a bad guy.
And celebration.
Sorry. That was one of the happiest moments when we, of course, very selfishly was oh my gosh, we get to go. I get to take my kids and my husband.
Ruth Rivera left Venezuela for Greenville when she was 15. She says she and others had hoped Maduro would be removed for years.
I think people should know that he was not a great individual.
While happy Maduro is gone, the concern continues.
What worries me more is the everyday impact and how people and families are going to continue to be, Families are already navigating food insecurity, their limited access to health care, separations from loved ones.
Protesters in downtown Greenville sharing that worry.
There's no plan for going forward. They're saying it's a regime change, but they're not putting the people who actually won that election in power.
And could, they say, impact other Central and South American countries. That's what Lázaro Montoro, originally from Cuba, is hoping for.
I really just hope that the Cuban government is put on notice and somehow, some way, things are able to be worked out.
He and Venezuelan American Amelie Zelaya hope this is the dawn of a more free nation.
This is a first steps to democracy for our people. This is not only about oil or the politics about it. This is something about Venezuela has been under pressure for 26 years.
Well, those perspectives, they all ran the gambit. One thing they all had in common, the uncertainty about what happens next. Only time is going to tell how this impacts our nation, but also our nation's neighbors. Live in Greenville, I'm Peyton Furtado, WIFF News 4.
Peyton, thank you. Right now, Maduro and his wife, Cecilia Flores, are under extreme security in New York. In court, the former Venezuelan president stated that he was kidnapped and pleaded not guilty to federal drug trafficking charges brought by the Trump administration.
According to the Associated Press, as a criminal defendant in the U.S. legal system, Maduro will have the same rights as any other person accused of a crime. Maduro's lawyers are expected to contest the legality of his arrest, arguing that he's immune from prosecution as a sovereign head of state.
As for what's next in Venezuela, President Trump says the U.S. will, quote, run the country temporarily. But Secretary of State Marco Rubio said Sunday that it would not govern on a day-to-day other than enforcing an existing oil quarantine.